Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good grief. My name is Willie Lawson, and this is the morning report for Friday, October 6th, 2023, in the year of our Lord. I trust that you are doing well. Um, I've told this story before, but it bears repeating. Years ago, in 2008, after the McCain Obama presidential campaign, a lot of us were doing podcasts, online radio, with a on a platform called Blog Talk Radio. And some of you might remember Blog Talk Radio. I had my shows up on Blog Talk Radio, all of them until very recently, when I decided that I wasn't doing shows on Blog Talk Radio. Um, I was getting less traction on Blog Talk Radio than I'm getting here on YouTube or Rumble, which is hard to do. So I figured that I would save myself the $40 a month. Um, the only problem with that is that all those shows, some we started on March 25th, 2008, and we did over 1,000, easily over 1,000 programs, because I was doing 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, lots of hours of online radio, and they all eventually went away. Understandable. I'm not blaming Blog Talk Radio. It was a lot to hold on to, and I I downloaded a lot of it, but most of it's gone. But anyway, I digress. The founder, the CEO and founder of Blog Talk Radio, Alan Levy, told my friend Elizabeth Blackney after the election of Barack Obama that all the right wing commentators and analysts and pundits wouldn't have anything to talk about because Barack Obama would be president and everything would be great. Well, my friend Elizabeth Blackney, Media Lizzie, said to me in one of our conversations, we would often talk. We would often talk off air. She would call me, or I would call her, and we would have pretty lengthy conversations. And what she said to me was true. She said, if Barack Obama gets elected, it'll be good for business. It'll be good for conservative talk. And Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, Mark Levin, Glenn Beck Laura Ingraham have proved it. Not only didn't start there, but they got a boost there, and they have been rocketing ever since. Now, Rush Limbaugh, of course, has passed away. Clay and Travis have that time slot, and it's like, it's almost like they're waiting for Rush to come back. Kind of interesting. Like they're still like guest hosts. Same audience though. Um, so there's been something to talk about like every day, and today isn't any different. So let's get to it. If you thought that San Francisco couldn't get any more liberal, any more wacky, I'll just say wacky, think again. This progressive city has announced plans to hand out money to low-income transgender people, favoring, of course, Black and they call Latinx. And people who are from who are Latino hate that phrase. They believe it's racist, which is really funny to me. Going to favor Black and Latino recipients in particular. The program is called Guaranteed Income for Trans People, or GIFT. Will also be open to illegal immigrants and people who are locked up. I love it. According to 1,719 pages of documents from the city of San Francisco obtained by Judicial Watch, San Francisco will allocate tax dollars on a preferential basis for Black and Latino transgender individuals through a program that offers financial assistance to transgender people, Fox News Digital report. Here's what it says. A pilot program provides low-income low-income transgender residents with payments of up to $1,200 each month for up to 18 months, with a goal of providing economically marginalized transgender people with unrestricted monthly guaranteed income as a way to combat poverty. It uses prepaid debit cards due to the participants' potential not having bank accounts. The amount someone can receive is capped at $4,000. I have to ask a question. Raise my hand. If they can get $1,200 a month for up to 18 months, that's a lot more than $4,000. Anyway, program documents, including those on its public website, says it prioritizes enrollment by race, as well as those who engage in survival sex trades, who have been in prison, and illegal immigrants. So we're talking about Black and Latino transgenders. We're talking about prostitutes, right? And people who are in jail, get a check for being in jail, and illegal immigrants, of course. The program will prioritize enrollment and retention of BIPOC, and that means Black, Indigenous people of color, Black, comma, Indigenous people of color, trans and non-binary people who also engage in survival sex trades, living with disabilities, elders, living with AIDS or HIV, undocumented monolingual Spanish speakers, formerly incarcerated, and unhoused and marginally housed one of the documents says. The documents also state that the enrollment will ensure that the 55 participants, and there's only 55 participants apparently, 2/3 of them are BIPOC, as well as at least 30% Black trans men, and at least 20% Latino trans women, men. The disturbing new documents confirm how, amongst other leftist extremist policies, San Francisco is abusing tax dollars to give cash to individuals based on race and transgender quotas, just so Vice President Tom Fenton said in a statement. The documents also show how the wraparound services being provided include gender-affirming primary medical and holistic care, the mental health services, and gynecological and sexual health care, as well as financial literacy training and workforce development services. Emails from the government obtained by the conservative group also show officials discussing how the city needs to allow participants to use a chosen name rather than a legal name that may be on an ID. So you show up and go, I'm Tracy. What's your last name? Tracy Booty. Okay, Tracy Booty. Now ask for an ID, because I'm not using that name. Mayor London Breed claimed that the transgender community experiences higher poverty rates and discrimination. She also said that she said that means that these groups have the greatest need for financial support, making them the city's #1 priority. Never mind, apparently, the citizen residents and small business owners who continue to be targeted for organized retail theft or vandalism or other kinds of homeless individuals. Now, veterans, for example, who don't meet the marginalized curricular criteria, white homeless people. Screw y'all, right? That's what they're saying. If you're white and you're homeless and you're straight, that's on you. That's on you. The Fox News Digital noted that the program has over 130 gender, sexuality, and pronoun options. 130, including Z, Zim, Zis, Fay, Fair, Fairs, and Tay, Tier, and Tiers. I don't even have any idea what any of that means. The latest out of touch move from the San Francisco woke leaders is that ultimately, unsurprisingly, as it comes on the heels of, as Fox reminded, a similar identity obsessed program to offer income to Black and Pacific Islanders, mothers, and pregnant people. You mean women? During and after pregnancy. Unfortunately, for the San Francisco pregnant people, it looks like they're no longer the identity group du jour for the woke officials. I'm sorry. This is stupid. This is stupid and discriminatory. That you're going to take money from me, and just say, oh yeah, we're going to give it to this homeless trans guy. I don't think we can do that. I don't think you should do that. I think I may have to sue you. Because I don't think the city has right to do so. But this doesn't stop anybody. So if this pilot program goes into effect, people in San Francisco will have to sue them. Now I don't know where that case goes, because the courts in that district are also compromised. So I guess you'll just have to vote with your feet. Oh, by the way, don't come here, we're full. I think Texas and Arizona are full too. Yeah. So Montana, I don't think they want you either, but that seems like the place to go. There's lots of room there. You guys can spread out. This is what's happening in our world. This is what's happening in our nation. What do you think? Write down in the comments what you think. I'm looking forward to reading your responses. Thank you ever so much for supporting Morning Report and Fight Back Media. We appreciate it greatly. If you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, you can do that. Just click the link that's in the description. Or if you have a coffee and you'd like to sponsor the program and help us out with some stuff, just send me an email at fightbackmedia@gmail.com, fightbackmedia@gmail.com, fightbackmedia@gmail.com. So until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.